Today we're going to make dandelion coffee. As you can see, we've prepared everything beforehand. And the first thing we need to do is take the roots, pick a selection that we're going to use and wash them. Wash them thoroughly without taking the skin off the root. We'll then scrape the roots to get any excess off, again trying to avoid peeling or taking the skin from the root. Once that's done, we're going to chop the root into little sections, and then we're going to chop it as finely as possible. Be very careful with your fingers here. The last thing we need is cut fingers. So the finer the root, the easier it will be later when we're roasting it. So really thin slices. This will require a really sharp knife. So we'll clean off our knife and then put our knife away safely. We'll move that to the side. We'll put our roots into the frying pan and we'll just clear everything up. The next thing we want to do is we need to light our stove. So I'm going to put the frying pan on top and we're going to fry the roots for quite a while actually to roast them. We'll have to keep moving them around and stirring them so they don't stick to the pot, but we want them to go quite brown, almost burnt. So we'll keep moving them about. Some of them will go quite quickly, some of them will take quite a long time depending on how well that we cut or how thinly we cut the roots. Keep stirring, maybe try and chop the bigger bits if needed, and hope that we can continue to roast them. Again, the smaller the roots, the better. Try and avoid anything sticking to the bottom of the pan. And you should be able to see the roots going slightly brown, or some of them going really brown. You see the smoke coming off where some of the roots are starting to burn. Keep it moving, keep it moving. It's quite a long drawn out process. As you can tell, the video has been sped up a little bit. The whole process will take you about 15 minutes. So nearly there. Still a few that need chopped up, but we are almost there. So that's pretty much us done. Remove the frying pan. So this next bit, if we have a pizza-on mortar, we can crush them in that. I'm just going to use my knife and crush them with my knife. You can also use a flat rock with another rock to crush the roots. The smaller we've cut them, the easier they will be to roast and the easier it will be to crush them. So we want it crushed into a fine powder if possible. Again, this is quite hard work. It can take a few minutes to get it perfect. So hopefully we can just keep crushing, keep crushing, keep crushing. It's quite difficult to do with the back of a knife actually. As soon as we're ready, we can either store it or we can put it into our kettle. It's actually better to put it into water that's already boiled. As you can see, I've forgotten the water. So I'll pour some water in, stick the kettle on. And we're just going to leave it until it boils. At this point I'm going to tidy everything up, get everything out of the way that I don't need. We should never leave our stoves unattended. I am actually still standing here, but remember, don't leave your stove unattended, especially when there are other people around. When we're pouring our coffee, it's often quite a good idea to strain it. As you might be able to see in a little minute, my coffee ends up with little bits. Cheers. Enjoy.